This is the last Ford Raptor of 2022. So let me show you everything that this thing has. Starting with the iconic lettering on the front grille that says Ford and the aggressive fendering. This is one of the most subtle Raptor colors in a gate black metallic, but you can see how it just synergizes with the red. The Raptor is going to have all the features, so it's also going to have the 360 view. So it's going to have a camera in the front, on the side, in the back, and in the cargo area. It being the Raptor, of course, it's going to have the BF Goodrich all-terrain tires, as well as Fox shocks. It's going to have a bunch of auxiliary lights, a bunch of LEDs, and it's going to have more emblems than you know what to do with. The super aggressive running boards on both sides, aggressive rear fenders as well, a remote start as well as remote tailgate functionality. Oh yeah. Speaking of the tailgate, it's going to have the classic F-150 step. So for you back challenge folk, it's going to make it a lot easier to get on here. It is rated for up to 350 pounds. So, you know, a gentleman like me is going to have no problem staying within that limit. As long as I stay away from that Chick-fil-A, of course. You have a nice tailgate board with your measuring device, a little place to put your phone, a couple of bottle openers, tie-down anchors, your rear sensors, as well as super big exhaust, because you gotta be able to hear that. 2 recovery points. Here the seats are made of a combination of leather and felt. Now speaking of the seats, they're automatic, so if we turn it on here, you'll see that they move to your preferred settings. And in case the driver getting a tan on the top of their head wasn't enough, this thing's got a panoramic roof, so now your passengers could get burnt on the top of their head too. Now let's hop inside. You can set your seats to 3 different configurations. One for you, one for your girl, and one for the Sancha. For, you know, your homie. Comes standard with the Bang & Olufsen sound system. As I mentioned earlier, it does have a 360-degree camera, so you'll be able to see everything around your car, as well as change the view of the left side camera to these different ones. The front wide. You can look at your cargo. You can add a camera. You can look at your tow hitch, and you can look behind you. And this is accessible while driving. It being the Raptor and being meant for off-roading, you're gonna have 6 auxiliary switches that are gonna be able to be programmed to whatever you add to this. If you add light bars, you know, bags, what have you. It being a Raptor and being tailored to the off-road, you're gonna have 6 auxiliary switches that you can program. If you add anything like LED bars, bags, or anything electrical, you can just wire them to these instead of having to add your own switches. You got a garage clicker, wireless charging pad, phone/pen holder, tweeter speakers on either side, power sliding winder. Here you'll find the controls for the panoramic roof and the sunshade. So let's turn this on. Of course, your 4x4 controls here, as well as a little knob that lets you change through the drive modes over here. So you can go through normal, sport, tow haul, slippery, and on the other side we got off-road, Baja, and rock crawl mode. Sick! You also have your trailer brake controls, your Pro Trailer Assist that helps you turn while reversing your trailer. You have your trail control that activates 1-pedal drive. So 1-pedal drive means is that when you press down on the gas, it'll go, and when you let go, it'll automatically apply the brakes without you having to hold them like this. You have your super aggressive, super big paddle shifters right here. Right on this side, you're gonna be able to change the way your steering wheel feels. You can change from normal, comfort, and a 3rd secret option. Not only that, but you can change the way your suspension feels as well. You got normal, sport suspension, and then off-road. And last but not least on here, you have your exhaust controls. You can change the way your exhaust sounds. Now Baja, quiet, normal, and sport. It also has lane keep assist, as well as adaptive cruise control. So if you put it in cruise control, not only will this help you stay in the lane and alert you if you're veering off or falling asleep, it'll also slow down when a car gets too close. And you can set how far you want to be from the car in front of you. from 1 car lengths to 2 and 3. And this R right here, it's not for, it's actually for Raptor My Mode settings. So you'll be able to configure and set how you want it to feel. The suspension, the steering, the exhaust, and the drive. It also has a nifty little workstation that you can activate by pressing that silver button above the park, putting the shifter down, and flipping open this. So if you have a MacBook, a notebook, a poem book, a diary, go ahead and pop that boy right here. Of course, it's going to come with AC and heated seats, as well as a heating steering wheel. Dual climate control, so you can blast the AC while your girlfriend, who's anemic, blasts the heater. Speaking of girlfriends, we got some house plugs right here. So if you're getting ready and she's taking forever, just tell her, come on, bring your blow dryer. We'll finish in the car. And she can plug it right into here. And she can charge her phone. Last but not least, we got a couple of controls over here on the left side of the steering wheel that'll let you open the tailgate. And if you ever wanted to feel like a police officer, you can use one of these. So what these buttons do is the left one turns on the light on the left side of the mirror, and the right one turns on the light on the right side of the mirror. Let me show you what that looks like. This right here is the LED bar that lights up when you press that button. So let me show you. Bam. And believe me, this thing is super bright at night. I feel like a cop going down the road. Or maybe Batman, depending on how you feel. You can also adjust the brightness of your dashboard. You have your headlight controls, the cargo lamp, your emergency brake, which is electronic. So when you pull this, it'll automatically activate it. That'll start flashing, and once it's solid, that means the parking brake is on. And there are 2 ways of deactivating the parking brake. You can either hold the brake and push it in, or you can put it in gear and simply step on the gas. So that happens to be a super underrated feature, because how many times have you driven off and then the car just doesn't feel right, and then you realize you have your parking brake on? Oh my gosh, what a fool I am. I have worn out my brakes and now I look like a complete idiot to myself. Let me just avoid that altogether and have an automatically deactivating parking brake. The next cool feature that we have is pedal adjustment. So you can actually move the pedals towards you or away from you, depending on how long your legs are, how big your feet are. You heard? You're also going to have an electronically adjustable steering wheel. So with this little pad right here, you can move it out, in, down, and all the way up. Shout out DJ Khaled or Fat Joe or Pitbull. I don't know who makes that song, but you know what I'm talking about. That's it for today. If you want to see more cars, like, comment, subscribe. And thank you. Bye.